Welcome to Ida's video channel. In this video, I'll show you how to hatch, cut and fill for the corridors in plan. First of all, I need to modify the assembly. In this case, this subassembly, which I use, link slope to surface, doesn't allow to use the different link codes for cut and fill. If I go to properties, you can see there's only link code, and that's used for both conditions, but I need to specify different codes for different conditions. So I need to make a plan, and one option is to use conditional subassembly. Let me open tool palettes and I go to conditional and conditional cut or fill. The first condition is in a cut. Let me use it. I will add it to assembly. And for cut condition, I will move to this subassembly. And because it is in a cut condition, I can go to properties. Let me go close the tool palettes. And I go to properties and I can specify that the link code will be top, datum, comma, cut, no space. So this is a cut condition and I have a top, datum and cut. I need to do the same for fill condition. So I'm going to copy to. I can use the same point, or if you want, you can just move it or copy it to another location, which is easier to work with. And then you can change the tab. This is for the fill condition. And now once it looks good, I will move it to the correct location, move to. It must be attached to the road edge, fill condition, and I can specify that the link code must be fill, no space, double L, like that. You can change the slope if you wish to. I will do the same on the other side. Let me delete this and I will mirror everything. And it should create the links with the different codes in a cut condition and in a fill condition. There's also an option to change the daylight point code. You can have a daylight cut, daylight fill. You can have a cut as a red color, fill as a green color. That's also possible. And let me go to this corridor properties because I need to change the surface target. Let me go to set all targets. I go to surface, set all NGL because I did the modifications. Now they are all set. Let me move this a little bit up and I click OK. I click OK. I want to always rebuild the corridor. Let me do that like this. So I'm rebuilding the corridor, and if I go to plan, nothing changes yet. But what I can do now, I can modify the corridor code set style. If I go to corridor properties, I can go to codes and there's a code set style corridor and I can modify it. I can go to edit current selection. Then I can go to link codes and I can double check if there is a cut or fill link code, but there isn't. So I'm going to import codes and I will select assembly and then it will import the codes from the assembly. And there is a link, cut, and I want to use material area fill style and I will use cut. Those styles are often used for cross sections, but we can use them for plan as well. Let me go to fill and you will see that, I missed that fill. Here we go. And then I go to use a fill. OK, and OK. And I'm going to plan and you can see there is a hatching, but this is a hatching which uses the lines, but I want to modify it. I want solid color. How can I do that? I can go to settings, general, multi-purpose styles, and there is a shape style, and under the shape style there is a cut. I go to edit, and for the plan direction, because we have a plan model profile and section direction, for the plan direction I will browse and I will use the solid hatching. OK, and OK. And I will use the same for fill. Let me go to edit. Then I go to plan direction and pattern. I will use solid again. OK. I will regenerate and that should regenerate it. And this is the result. Of course, the red color doesn't look good for those slope patterns. If I wish, I can use a different color so it will look a little bit lighter. So I can use a pink color, something like that. So it doesn't look that bright. Let me regenerate and this is the result. So I have a cut condition, I have a fill condition. If you zoom closer at some areas like here, you can see that there are areas that do not have any hatching. Why? Because there's a transition between cut and fill, and at this position Civil 3 doesn't know whether it should use a cut condition link or fill condition link. So to minimize the length of this area, by the way, Autodesk should allow user to specify whether to use a cut or fill condition if there is no any of them, so that would hatch nicely. But unfortunately Autodesk didn't do it, so let's fix this problem a bit. You can go to modify region and edit frequency for this region, and you can add more frequencies. And I will do it like that. I can do it on the other side as well. I'm just adding more frequencies here. And I didn't add all of them. Interesting. Let me do it again. It says specify station along baseline, but it doesn't. Here we go. Now I should have more. That looks better. And you see the one side was fixed, other one it was not. Let me just add even more for whatever reason. Here we go. Now that looks definitely better. And I hit enter, and I hit enter, and that fixes the problem. Not fully. There will still be some minor issues, but maybe it won't be visible on a final plot. So this is the way to hatch the cut and fill areas in Plan.